in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
Out of bounds. It'll be the Bulls' ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Just 4 seconds left here in the opening quarter. There's Williams with the three, and so it's the Atlanta Hawks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Jalen Smith is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Dosunmu in a two-guard. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. What a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
Excellent use of the screen roll. Giddey running it like a seasoned vet.
From the arc. Scott can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 10. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. Mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And Giddey gets it to go.
That elite passing ability, Giddey has the defense on its heels, and it gives him space to operate in the mid-range.
Hits it from three-point range. And 12 points for the General.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
It's Jones on the way. Hasn't made one yet. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And looking back well. And he lays it straight in.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game. It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And that one drops for him. Giddey's got 6.
And that energy behind Giddey's drive helping him get it done.
Brown outside. Chicago grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the last few possessions. They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
And GA, that's right. That was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
On the wing, Williams. It's up a three, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Williams has got his second basket.
That was big. They dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Both teams will make substitutions. The Hawks leading by 12. Here's Scott. Connects from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's back-to-back threes. But he just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Ball from long range. Rebounded by Capella. They've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Bulls trail by 15. I got ball. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Tries again. Missed it. Even after all those chances. And he's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Outside, Scott takes a three. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. To the middle. Out to White. There's the three. Rebound Atlanta. Scott's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 1:39 left in the second quarter. The wing jumper off target.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
A great Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Jones checked in for the Bulls. With a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Ball's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Hawks leading by 18. It's Scott on the wing. Light covering. Lets the three fly. Scott. Good. Scott's got 18 points in the game.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside, White. And the three off target. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 15-6 run. Brown outside. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up in the pride.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Here's Scott. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Outside, Jones. And Vucevic kicks the ball. Shoots over man. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Hawks on top, delivering the blowout. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Looking at the Bulls, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Atlanta Hawks.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Cowboy in this game, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Niang out there returns Niang. Then there's Scott, then it's Clint Cabell, and it's Brown at the post. So that's the Hawks 5. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middle of the 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that. That's impressive finish and getting the hoop to go from Lonzo Ball.
Here's Mann. Nothing on the board. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for most improved player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. And it's Brown missing. And Chicago shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. That has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Scott sinks the triple. Scott's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Atlanta.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Ball no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Brown outside. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. And with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Ball with it, picked up by Brown. From downtown, Buzelis with the dunk.
And throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space.
On the wing, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Ball against Brown. Pass to Giddey. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. 6 feet out. Rebounded by the Hawks. Mann's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hawks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Ball penetrating. Count it. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and how about Ball just working his way right through the contact that time?
And so Brown will bring it up for Atlanta. Scott, again, the Hawks score.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Outside, White. Out left of the wing. Here's Vucevic. Atlanta with the rebound. Scott's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Lets it fly from 18. Scott pulls it in. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Williams is checked in for the Bulls. And an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could see why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Jalen Smith comes in for Vucevic. And it's Dosumu in for Josh Giddey. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Dosumu.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
He hits the second from the line. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
That bucket in no time at all. He's got 15.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Bulls making a switch here. Jones is checked in. 1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. Hawks have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Three-pointer. Another three for Atlanta.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Here's Smith. Smith with the stuff.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
There's the triple. Hands it from downtown. He's got 21.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Smith sets the pick for Jones. Goes up the baseline. Unable to get that one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Scott. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got two guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting on a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. From the field, they have been out. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Jones. Josh Giddey is out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Dosumu, and it's Smith in at the front.
And until he cools off, I keep the ball in his hands.
The Bulls shooting at 36% of the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And the Hawks with possession here. Lets it go with a three. Another three for Atlanta.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
The basket.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Atlanta has gone 2 for 2 from 3-point line to start the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
He's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Hawks making a switch here. Gaze checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Collins is checked in. Pass to Smith. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Up again. And Collins is right there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hawks have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Chicago has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Jones, the pass to Collins. Finished off by Collins.
Good job attacking the rim right there from the big man, Collins.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Giddey. That one is hammered home.
Flashy sequence from Giddey, not afraid to get tricky with the handles.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. So it's both teams making substitutions here. For Atlanta, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And here's Brown outside. Rebound by the Bulls. Outside, Ball. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
Out to the wing. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. them to build this lead.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. And sends it back.
Well, that's just great timing. Interfering with those long limbs. Capella with another shot block.
Here's Scott. There's 3 pointers off the mark. The Bulls have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And it's White missing. Atlanta's gone over and over to the 3-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. There's Brown with the 3. Gonzalez grabs the board. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. White the pass to Giddey. Here's Gonzalez. And the Bulls with another miss. The Hawks shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Brown outside. Carries it from 3-point range. Brown's got 27 points.
So many of the plays that
designed to create opportunities from
how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
The tray. It's good from long range. He's got 32.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Atlanta.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything.
And a game for three.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist. A really talented youngster. Matas Buzelis comes from Lithuania, and they have a very rich basketball history there, and he's hoping to add to it. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And Vucevic throws it down.
And Giddy, just that sixth sense to find the open man.
Here's Atlanta. They're on a 15-6 run. Scott, another three for Atlanta.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Drills it from outside.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Snatched away. And they're moving it up. Pull up Jay. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.